Hey guys, Marcel LeBlanc here, Certified Financial Planner, and today I'd like to talk to you guys about real estate. I'm going to start off by real estate you own for yourself, so buying your own home. Buying your own home is, as long as it's affordable, is a good idea. Meaning that as long as you can still do the rest of your financial planning, retirement planning, insurance planning, and everything else that you might have to do, as long as you're not what I call house poor, that you can still do everything else, and the amount of house, the amount of mortgage and property taxes you're paying is not preventing you from doing the other planning you should be doing, real estate is great. You're owning an asset that should grow gradually over time. You're paying off your debt, which means you're building your net worth gradually. I mean, it's not the be-all, end-all, necessary first step everybody should be doing because, let's face it, I don't believe everybody should own a home because of the affordability, right? So it is a great idea. I believe if you can afford to own a home, you should do that versus renting. But it's not an investment like some people call it. Some people call it the single greatest investment they're going to make. The reason I don't consider it an investment is because most people don't have a specific goal for selling it. They don't want to be told that they have to sell their home in order to fund their retirement. So the definition of an investment is that you have a set goal to cash out on it later on, either to retire or to pay for something or whatever. So that's a definition of an investment, is to either earn an income or have it grow with a set goal at the end. But most people don't want to be told or have no real objectives of using their homes to retire. However, a lot of people will have to do that due to underfunded pensions or savings plans. So let's move on to real estate as an investment. The concept of real estate as an investment is great because you own an asset that should grow over time, all the while the debt you have is being paid by your renters. Okay? So, but the first thing I want to mention is that the growth of the asset, we can't expect the growth of real estate to be what it was in the past. We've had a tremendous real estate boom in Canada and US. We all know it went bust in the US, but that's the thing. It didn't go bust in Canada, right? So meaning we've had a huge run without a correction, meaning that, in my opinion, the anticipation of the growth rate of real estate going forward will probably not reflect what it was in the past. So keep that in mind. But the concept itself is great, with the rent coming in, paying off your mortgage. But that's the thing. You are highly leveraged to the bank when you're doing real estate. Even after putting your 20% down, the bank or your lender has a stranglehold over 80% of the value of your building. Meaning you still have to make ends meet. You still have to make that mortgage payment whether your building is rented or not. And if the property value goes down suddenly, past 20%, or you overpaid for it, the bank doesn't care. The mortgage is the mortgage, you owe it, end of story. And the other thing is that you can't just sell a real estate building overnight either, so it's illiquid. So there's another risk. If it's unrented, it's not going well, and you want to get out of it, it might cost you a whole lot of mortgage payments before you can actually get out of it. So you might be a severe loss in the cards. As well as real estate investment as an investment is not properly diversified, meaning that if the local economy doesn't do well and the local rental rate doesn't do well or the local real estate market doesn't do well, obviously there's a good chance your real estate investment might not do as well as you expected. So it is not properly diversified because a lot of it is dependent on a local economy or a local real estate market. So it is important to not only do real estate investment. It can be your main investment, but you should consider diversifying in other investments so that are liquid and that aren't dependent of your local economy. So those are things to consider when looking into real estate investment. So if you're looking at buying your first home or looking into investing in real estate, feel free to contact me. Visit muscledon.ca. We can certainly sit down and have a conversation whether or not what you're looking at makes sense for you. So remember, my advice is free and it always will be. Cheers, guys.